Well, good morning.
Announcement.
Welcome to Wake Up Wednesday. I am Steven,
I'm John. Good morning.
and we are so thankful that you are plugging in with us today. Hope you have a little bit of fun with us each Wednesday, usually at each other's expense. But
Usually.
just a quick highlight, we have a show coming up. We are going to be doing a training at the show in Kentucky, so make sure that
It's Sunday morning, I believe, at 8:30.
yeah, Sunday morning.
think
I know it
that's
is
right.
Sunday morning. I'm not sure exactly on the date. I know we'll be coming in on Friday, I believe, and so getting ready for the show. If you've not signed up, you can still sign up. It's not a paid endorsement. We just really believe.
Love seeing you. Love seeing Months. Great group.
Yeah, yeah. So
a
plug
good time
in. It
together.
is just a great time to plug in together. So that's just wanted to highlight that real quick. Um, Summer's been busy,
It has.
vacations and different things like that. So, but we are glad you're plugging in with us this morning, John. What do you have for us today?
I'm just gonna talk about backups. Backups are really important.
Yeah, when you're backing up, you want to make sure that there's that loud beep, so you don't run into anybody like beep,
Not that kind of
beep,
backup. No.
beep. Not that backup.
No. But
Oh.
maybe we could check backups with that. I don't know.
I mean, it's just important to be
It's
aware of
just
backups.
be safe. Be safe. So I'm talking about bookstore manager backups. And so first way, I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna show you. Are we showing the
Yeah,
screen?
right
Yeah,
here.
we are.
John. That's the wrong link.
Oh, Steven. Why do you have two shortcuts?
Yeah, it's probably the same thing if we're being honest.
Maybe, but we're gonna go out of this one just in case. Okay, sorry. Bear with us. All right, there we go.
I
There am.
barely
John.
saw you go into that.
Okay.
Thought we were doing bear jokes.
Bear with us. Okay, so first, where you
Apparently-
configure.
Okay, I'm done.
Apparently.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so you configure your backups and schedule. So we do a total of 3 backups. And so the first one is CPR/archive. So this is actually copying all of your files to another station. And so that's what this top section is. So here I'm copying my D drive, my book directory over to a computer called Win8 RMS08. So that's the CPR over to another one.
So that, just to highlight that, let's say your server goes down in the middle of the day. Hardware failures just happen. There's nothing we can do. We wish we could foresee those. We cannot. So really what that allows us to do is to get your computer system back up in a matter of about 15 minutes. So that's just kind of an emergency, like, the system is down. We can get you up on a temp server in 15 minutes. We run emergency logs and all of that so you don't lose any data. And so that's number one.
Yeah. And so then your second one is a archive. And so right here you have 0, 1, 7, and 31 days. And so what this does is you have a directory here. And so it's going to create 31. So I'm assuming 31, that's what you probably want to have. It's going to create a day of month 01.zip all the way up to 31.zip. And so that's going to and that puts all of the core bookstore manager files, that puts all of the core, wake up Wednesday at 10. That puts all of the core bookstore manager files into a zip file. And then we keep a 31-day archive. So if you notice something's off in your inventory and maybe it happened 2 days before now, we can actually go back up to 31 days for the different files. And then the third backup is a removable backup. This is going to be to like a flash drive, a jump drive. And so those are the 3 places. So you've got your backup to a hard drive.
What is the purpose of this one?
So that you take it home. You're going to have a couple of these. You're going to want to rotate these so you take a backup home with you.
Yeah.
In case something, flood, fire.
This is more catastrophic. Some people run an online backup, so this would be kind of the similar thing. If you're, some people use Carbonite or whatever that is for online, but this is designed for offsite backup. You run 2, you swap them out. This is an event of an emergency. We had one time somebody had a backup and they had it with them, and somebody came in and stole their computers, which is crazy. And they had their backup, and so they did an insurance claim on that, but then they had all their data because of that flash drive. So,
and on the flip side of that, we've had someone broken into and they stole their server, and they had the only flash drive was in the computer, and so all of their data was gone. So very important. Take one of those flash drives home. Try to swap those out every day. And so that's where you configure them. That's in schedule. I'm going to go ahead and save here. And so on your desktop, give me just a moment. I should have just canceled that instead of saving.
Those twins that you saw on the screen when you first got into the video today, those are my twin boys right there. Landon on the right, Luke on the left. Or does it flip it? Landon with the long hair, Luke with the short hair. Can't get around that one. They're turning 13. So, you know how we always ask for prayer request, or I ask you for prayer requests? That's our prayer request. We're about to have 2 teenagers.
Which is
crazy.
So, yes. We'll pray. And then Josie is quickly coming along that. 6 months from now, she'll be 13. So, school's coming up, 2 weeks. So, where you... all over the place, man. Okay, so I wanted to show you, this is the big thing, is having backups all configured is all well and good. But the big thing is that you make sure that the backups are running. So every day,
if you don't check it, then you don't know if it's really working or not. So
on your server, you should always, no matter what, you'll have a shortcut. It looks like a text document that should either say daily log, but a lot of myself and the text, a lot of times we'll do this and we'll say check every day. So if you have that. And so I'm just going to open that. I've made just a sample one. The big thing is the date that it starts. You can see that this schedule started last night, so that's good. And then you're going to look for these lines, and there's going to be a lot of stuff in this file, so you just want to jump to the end. And what you're looking for is, if you're version 9, they're going to say robocopy. And anything below a 4 is fine. So all of these, I've got a 1, a 2, and a 3. Those are okay. If you're version 8, I went ahead and put those in here. If you're version 8, you're going to see Xcopy lines. And those always need to be 0. If they're not 0, that means it failed. And so what you'll do is, and then at the very bottom, you're going to look for to make sure that the schedule ended. So you should have let me just recoup. Schedule started. Make sure you have the lines, if you're version 9, a 1, 2, or 3. And then if you're version 8, make sure you have a 0 in the Xcopy. And then just make sure it finished at the end. Schedule ended. And so that's really all I have today. Is just backups are very important. We've had a lot of people lose all of their data. I mean, this is your livelihood. So you just want to make sure that backup is happening.
And one other thing, we're going to be doing some show specials. We'll announce those probably next week or the week after. I know we are going to be doing a $500 referral credit. So if you refer a store that's not using Bookstore Manager to Bookstore Manager, they get a $500 credit, and you also get a $500 credit. So if you love the software like we do, tell your friends about it that may not be using it, and you will get a $500 credit on your statement, and they'll also get a $500 credit off of the purchase of Bookstore Manager. So kind of a win-win for both of you. Man, we love all of you. We pray for our stores. We love to lift up those prayer requests, and so if you have those prayer requests, please send them our way. We want to share those requests. We want to pray over those requests, and so please send them our way. Like I said, my prayer request, my family's going to be traveling this weekend. So if you would just pray over their travel. They're going to be going into the mountains for 4 or 5 days.
Like, gonna rough it.
Yeah, they're
not gonna rough it.
They're going to Ruidoso, New Mexico. So they're going to be enjoying the 75-degree weather versus our 110-degree weather here in Texas.
Did you see that we get down to 100 on Saturday?
Cold front.
Yeah.
Woo. Got a cold front.
Burr.
Going down to 100 on Saturday. Hopefully you have fun with us every Wednesday.
We like being here.
Question of the day. Where did you go for vacation? I know a lot of ours are staycations because...
Do you know what we should do? A question of the day one time should be, what question should we use for question of the day?
There it is.
And then
question of the day is, what should next week's Wake Up Wednesday question of the day be?
And we have several weeks coming up, so we could just use them.
Boom.
Several of them.
Thank you so much for plugging in today. John's closed all my windows, so it's going to take me a second to end this. But thank you
There it
so
is.
much for being here.
Love you guys.
Oh, do a SLCM session. Ooh, SLCM.
SLCM, good one.
Okay, I like that. Coupon management? Is that
Yeah.
coupon? Man, I'm
Maybe
good.
you just gave me an idea for next
Bill,
week.
you're one sharp guy, I tell you.
I tell you, he's sharp.
You are.
Have you met his sharp
Okay.
daughter? Kim?
Oh, here is another question. If you would, in the comments section, I know you may not be watching this live, but still comment down there if you're going to the show. So say, I'm going to be at the show.
Be there or
So-
be square.
All right, we're over 10 minutes. Got to end. Bye.
Bye.